Hi everybody, welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry. I hope you're safe and well. Today I am doing episode 5 of my series with Agilent Technologies, where we're actually celebrating their 20th anniversary by talking to senior leaders within the organization about different aspects across life science. And today I'm delighted to be rejoined by Singh, who, if you remember, did an interview with me recently where we talked about productivity, sustainability, and lab efficiency. And Gab has come back to me because lab efficiency is such a big topic. We thought we'd have a chat with Chaudhry just on that. So, Gab, lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Rizwan. I hope you are too.
I am very, very well. And actually, last time we met, I found out you were Punjabi, and that was great to feel a fellow Punjabi brother. But now I found out you're a Man United fan, so that's even better. So that's great. So we can commiserate together about how the
Sure.
team's developed since Fergie's gone. But anyway, we won't talk about football. Let's talk about lab efficiency. But before we do that, perhaps you give people who didn't see the previous interview a quick overview of Agilent and also a little bit about your background.
Sure, it's my pleasure to do that, Rizwan, and thank you for this opportunity, first and foremost. So, Agilent. Agilent is commonly perceived as a life science and healthcare company, although Agilent's focus bridges many diverse markets. And we're doing that under the banner of our brand promise and our mission to create a better future through delivering trusted answers and insights that will help advance the quality of life. And we're trying to do that across all of those diverse markets, primarily in life science, pharma market, biopharma market, clinical diagnostics, but we're also market leader in the energy markets and the chemical markets. And with all the advances in technology and scrutiny and regulation developments, food and environmental have also become significant markets where we are present. And of course, academia and research continues to be a significant area of focus for our company. I've been here 25 years now. I've enjoyed every moment of it, but I am actually from the lab. I am a chemist through education, and I was a customer of Agilent in those days, known as Hewlett Packard. So let's say during that 25 years, I've had the opportunity to be involved in a number of roles, teams, and challenges to help improve the productivity of the lab. So hopefully I've got some valuable insights I can share with you today from personal experience.
Brilliant, thanks for that then. So let's talk about lab productivity. So what does a perfectly productive lab look like?
I guess everybody has their opinion, right? And it depends who you ask. But based on my experience, there's a number of ways of describing the perfectly productive lab. Is it a lab that can scale to do more without having to scale fixed costs, for example? Is it a lab that has zero waste in its end-to-end process, that is able to achieve the maximum potential, or let's say maximize the return on their investment in terms of assets, the laboratories themselves, the real estate, and also, very important, the talent, the people that bring all this together. And competency, therefore, is a significant contributor to the productivity of a lab. And a productive lab is also open to change, is flexible. And when you start to have these conversations with customers, you can see that the interest level sort of peaks. There's a click there. And then you can go really deeper into what does lab productivity actually mean for you as one of our customers, and how can we help you?
Well, that's interesting. You brought your customers, you mentioned your customers there. So what are the challenges faced by your customers in making their labs and departments or even their whole sites more productive?
Sure, and I think it goes back to getting the maximum from what you've got to work with, right? So the capitalization model, as we all know, will keep pushing towards driving more growth and margin. But customers will always, and companies like ourselves, will always suffer from the constraints of the capitalist environment and the pressures on margin. And if we look at the industry today, particularly in life sciences, and the big swing we've observed over the last 10, 15 years, we're moving from cure to prevention, right, as a sort of paradigm shift. But that also comes with challenges, i.e. there's a number of patents that will expire or have expired. The huge cash flow that pharma has generated in the past is no longer there, and therefore lab productivity is super critical in enabling customers to achieve their financial goals as well as their scientific goals in an ever-increasing competitive environment. And as a company, we saw this as a value that we could again provide to our customers under our brand promise. And we've been making significant investments over a number of years now in lab productivity. And I've actually been directly involved in leading the organization it takes care of this part of our portfolio and our solutions in lab productivity. And I've just seen this trend increasing. It's not going to go away. And you could say that the larger enterprise size corporates and global big giants out there, it was an area of focus for them a number of years ago. But I have seen in the last 5 years in particular, and this is becoming a key topic for mid-size and small-size lab operations. I can give you an example actually of how I've seen this change. Sure. From a customer actually in India, running a huge facility, a lot of R&D investment, manufacturing, etc. Classic big pharma. And the conversation was very clear. I was able to share my thoughts and ask questions to understand the challenges that this customer had. And the customer turned around very clearly and said, I do not have a financial problem. I do not have a problem to deliver my margins. Business is booming. We're doing great. Can we talk about something else? Fine. That same customer, a couple of years later, maintaining the relationship with this customer, has now decided to explore the opportunities for how they could make their lab more productive. And what happened last year with the pandemic is put even more pressure on all of us, our customers, companies like ourselves, I'm sure even you, on how can you be more productive in an environment where there's economic instability and a lot of uncertainty. So I think today, lab productivity is becoming more of an imperative rather than something that is nice to have or to look at.
Right. Well, that's good. That's a good point. So how can Agilent then assist labs with their productivity, if I get my teeth in, requirements?
Yeah. Where do I start? Okay. Well, I actually, the best place to start is to ask the question, have you had any thoughts about the productivity of your lab? And of course, everybody in business is looking at productivity, but let's peel that down a number of levels. Are we looking at the productivity of the lab and its entirety, the productivity of a single instrument, or the productivity of the instrument combined with the scientist that's operating the analysis? And our conversations go beyond single transactions. We really strive to partner with our customers on this journey together. And again, through my own experience and also observing some of my team and the conversations they're having with customers, it is that conversation of a journey rather than a one-time fix. Right, we'll provide this solution, we'll partner with you, we'll get it in, and you're productive. No, this is a multi-year focus that we have. This is why it's important to partner with customers on this journey rather than just present, provide, and walk away. And that doesn't actually fall into any of the mode of operandi that we have in Agilent. So things like cycle time, competency, utilization is a key opportunity for many labs to look at how much time is actually redundant on their instruments. Right. Yet, in contrast, another department may be requesting to buy 20 new instruments, but over here we've got 20 that are utilized less than 50%. And again, procurement have really started to pick up on this. And that's why you've seen a big trend in a lot of companies where procurement put their arms around the entire organization and try and make those decisions themselves. And we are partnering with them in those conversations.
Right, okay, that's interesting. So how are your customers managing their instruments to become more productive or maintain productivity?
Okay, and again, the important factor here is what's actually happening in the lab itself. How are the processes running? And I'm not just referring to the analysis itself, but moreover, the entire workflow of the laboratory. Are we monitoring the laboratory? And a lot of customers now are starting to monitor the laboratory just through the standard features that we're offering with our products and services. Also, some of our consulting solutions on lab productivity also have given customers a big leap forward in how they can embrace the opportunity. So just I refer to our CrossLab portfolio, and particularly CrossLab Connect. It enables customers and us to monitor what's actually happening in that lab, and it helps you identify pockets of opportunity where you can improve your productivity. But also having robust, reliable solutions that avoid the need to be repeat tests or to have downtime. This is also an important factor. Our products themselves are designed to be as productive as possible. I referred to some of these capabilities in our last engagement.
Sure.
And on the other end of the scale, some customers are now even having sort of walk-up labs, centralized labs that serve multiple departments, just like you'd have a meeting room in a big office environment where people book out a few hours here and there. Customers are starting to do this with most of their capital investment on equipment for their laboratories.
Right, so what other topics are hot for your customers? I know obviously you and your team are pretty close to customers. You said, obviously you're looking at the channels, you're working across lots of different markets, lots of different countries. So there must be some topics or themes coming out now that you're starting to see which are consistent across different markets and different territories.
Yeah, again, the pandemic has accelerated some of this change. So virtual engagement is a key hot topic for our customers and for us between ourselves, but also how we engage with customers. How can we still meet customer demands, still deliver our brand promise, but doing all of that remotely? And it's been great to see how customers and our teams have adapted very quickly to this new virtual environment. The other topics really extend from that. Are things like enabling customer success, thinking about the outcome that they're looking for rather than that moment in time, and thinking about the outcome and maybe challenging that also enables a customer to ensure that they're going to get the right solution that's going to meet their needs. We're doing a lot of this already in many markets, but academia is clearly an area where it's government funding. We know the challenges academia have been through in the last year. I think a lot of tender funding that was approved has been rediverted to the fight against COVID, right? So it's a hot topic for academia, and it's our responsibility to continue supporting those customers, helping them continue their research, helping them plug their productivity gaps, maximize their investment, and really, for us and for my teams and also the lab productivity specialists that we have in abundance in Agilent these days, there's a huge motivational boost because you can link your daily work and your skill, your experience to helping that customer navigate through a very difficult and challenging environment. And I think another area that's hot is the leadership and their competency, their ability to navigate the change, keep their teams engaged, and keep pushing them towards their company mission. And this is also becoming a hot topic. And again, it's something that we've recognized, and how we could, again, form a partnership approach with those that leadership layer in our customer environments. Sure. To see how we could achieve this together.
Brilliant. Well, I know that's all we've got time for, but thank you for coming back and sharing more information around lab productivity. It's been really interesting. Lovely to see you again. So I wish you, as always, fantastic 2021 and lots of success for the rest of the year. Obviously, stay well and stay healthy. And hopefully we can catch up in the not too distant future, maybe at another event, virtual or live. Who knows what's going to happen with the various travel corridors and passports that are being created as we speak, to see if we can, and the variants which are out there. But anyway, I really appreciate that time out, Gub, and I hope that obviously that next time we speak, we can talk about some successes for United anyway. Down the line, and hopefully looking forward to a great season or great end to the season. So thank you very much for your time. It was lovely to see you again. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Rizwan. And I really want to extend my full appreciation for the opportunity to share my experiences, my thoughts, and tell you about all the great things that our teams in Agilent are doing to navigate these topics and help customers achieve their superior outcomes. So thank you very much, and speak to you soon.
Yeah, look forward to it. And everyone there, if you've got any questions, well, I've got to say where you can get more information, but I know where you can get more information. Go to agilent.com for more information, or leave some comments below the video for Gaba. He'll be happy to answer them, or message him on LinkedIn. He's on LinkedIn. You can do that as well. And as always, until next time, look after yourselves. Have a great rest of the year, great summer, whatever you're doing. And I will see you soon. And until then, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.